I am doing the Numerology and Astrology for the 7th of July, 2022. I hope everyone is having a great week. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 20, and if you add the 2 and the 0 together, you get the number 2. Today is the number of duality and personal polarity. We may feel the distinctly different sides of our own nature. We live in this dualistic world, but there are those that try to deny that duality and instead polarize toward the light in their thoughts, language, and action. While being a good person does take practice, and that is not what I'm trying to say here, there is also a place where we are required to embrace both sides of life and learn how to allow them to work in harmony with each other, consciously, safely, and constructively. Denial only suppresses things that will explode out in more dysfunctional ways later on. Notice today if you do not evaluate situations well, meaning that you do not see what may go wrong and the lack of perception causes continued conflicts. That is because when we deny what just is, it causes us to act out in ways that are very contrary to our supposed belief systems. We see this so much in our world currently. Those that intend to come from their higher mind and better nature can shockingly do atrocious things that are against all their own spiritual principles that they believe in. In this domain, it is helpful to learn to understand and anticipate negative potentials in ways that allow for a type of modification in our actions and behaviors that can be constructive rather than destructive. The astrology for today. The moon in Libra makes us want to connect in more grateful ways with others. We strive for fairness in this world that is either clearly twisting into patterns of dysfunction and that tries to not let us have access to what is really important. We are trying to learn compromise in a world that prefers to see the horrible old traditions continue so they can control others that they deem less than worthy or not believing as they believe. Many are actively preventing us from moving into a modern and more healthy way of being. In such times, keep a clear and calm mind is challenging to say the least. But we are all doing our best to take this universal energy and do something constructive with it. The moon and Pluto square, and that brings out old patterns where we felt betrayed, abandoned, and shamed. It is hard to trust the universe when there are those that seem to intentionally be trying to dismantle our freedoms. Old wounds are on the surface, and that makes us feel as if things are more confusing and suspicious. Best to step back from what is the problem. Read a positive book that will inspire and bring hope back into the equation. Thanks, everyone.